Hello, wonderful people. Today we are making absolutely gorgeous danishes with cream cheese and strawberry jam topping. Please stay with me until the end. We are going to start by making our strawberry jam. Very quickly, I'm using fresh strawberries here. I've already washed them and now cut them into small pieces and then add them to a pot. To this, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and then some sugar, 1.5 tablespoons. This is 2 cups of chopped strawberries. Go ahead and mix those and then let the strawberries cook until they are tender. You're going to cover your pot and just simmer them for about 4 minutes. And then when they are tender, you're going to mash them. You're going to mash your strawberries until they are all nicely broken down. You don't even have to cut them. You could cook them full as they are, but cutting them just makes mashing them much quicker and easier. So then thicken this with a little bit of cornstarch mixed with water and you're all set. This strawberry jam does a really good job as a topping for these danishes, so I prefer to use this rather than a store-bought option. Now set your strawberry jam aside and let it cool down, and then we'll move on to the next step. So the second step is to make the cream cheese filling. I'm using the original like non-flavored cream cheese. To this we are going to add some flavoring, so sugar, and then just a squirt of either maple syrup or honey. I'm using honey here. I'll have all the measurements in the description box. Also add a little bit of vanilla extract and then just mix this until your cream cheese are nicely combined with those flavorings. So this is a sweet pastry, so that's why we are using sugar. Set this aside and let's move on to the third step. So you want to pick the best puff pastry dough. In my area, the just roll pastry is really good. It puffs up nicely. It's soft and flaky. So go ahead and open it up. And you want this to be straight from the fridge because it softens up really quickly. So open it up and then you want to sprinkle some flour on your working surface because again, this softens up really quickly and it gets really difficult to work with if you don't use flour. You also want to do this pretty quickly. Flatten it up a little bit with your rolling stick, but do not overpress it or it won't puff up. When it comes to cutting up the sizes of your danishes, this is really up to you. I decided to go with extremely large sizes, so I only made 6 danishes from this whole pastry dough. You could have made that into 9 or even 12 tiny ones. It's really up to you. Now cut it up, and then the fourth step is your egg wash. You want to mix your 1 egg and milk and then just brush all the edges with this egg wash. You want to do this before you fold the pastry so that those exposed sides brown nicely later when you bake this. So make sure to brush all the edges with egg wash like I'm doing here. Of course, you could separate this before brushing, but I just decided to go the shortcut way and brush them, and then you're going to fold. So this is how I created my beautiful shapes that you see in the end. Just fold each corner in towards the middle, but as you can see, it doesn't have to be, you know what, just do as I'm doing, okay? Yeah, you want to fold towards the middle, but not quite exactly in the middle, so you have that kind of shape. My son was really willing to help me here in folding, but we've done this before with him and it was a total mess. So today I said, let me just do it and you can watch. But as you may notice, his hand keeps popping into the screen. Yeah, so when you're done folding all of your danishes like this, it's time to transfer them to your baking tray. So this is going to give you very beautiful shapes in the end, and I think you will love it just as much as I do. So our danishes are ready to go into the baking tray. I'm going to just set that up here, and because they puff up when they bake, you do not want to crowd them. You do not want to put them too close to each other. So I decided to bake only 4 on this tray, and then I'd bake the other 2 in a separate tray. Now go ahead and brush the folded sides again with egg wash. So now you notice that the exposed little corners are already washed with egg wash because we did that earlier. Otherwise, it could be difficult to brush those inner sides, when you've already folded them like this. because the pastry is really soft, you do not want to interfere with its shape. When you're done brushing, go ahead and top it with the cream cheese that we made earlier. So just scoop a nice about a tablespoon, depending on the size of your danishes. You could scoop on about a tablespoon. You want something that would stay in the center of the Danish. It should not overflow, but it should be enough. It should be big enough to catch the center nicely and not too tiny. Again, go ahead and make some tiny little wells in the middle of each cream cheese dollop so that you can add the strawberry jam onto those little kind of wells like I've done there. So now our jam is fully cooled down. It really tastes amazing, guys, and as you can see, it also looks beautiful. Go ahead again and drop about a tablespoon of the jam onto the danishes. Again, this depends on the sizes that you decide to cut. Just keep it on top of the cream cheese so that when they bake, they stay in place. Now bake this at 350 Fahrenheit for 20 to 22 minutes, and then your Danish pastry is ready. And as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's still puffy. Let it cool down. Meanwhile, let's make the glaze. About 3/4 cups of powdered sugar and just about 1.5 tablespoons of milk. Stir that until you've formed your sugar glaze nicely. If you add more milk, your sugar glaze is going to be too runny and it will just disappear into the danishes. So you want to keep it thick like here. So keep that milk on the low. And when you've made that, add it into a bottle. Now our Danish pastry has cooled down. Now we are going to drizzle. You could really do this in whatever way you like, but I just like these shapes, so drizzle that in. You could crisscross and make like some tiny squares, and this is also optional. You could just skip this step entirely and just enjoy your danishes as they are. They make a perfect breakfast option. They can also be eaten as a snack, and guys, they taste amazing. The strawberry jam really added a good touch to it because it was more tart and less sugary, and so then added to the glaze of the sugar, the flavors are so well balanced. And as I will show you here in a minute, the pastry dough is really good. It's flaky, it is soft, and so you'll notice as I press on it, it is really flaky. It's the best. So if you find a good pastry dough from the store, you'll be all set. Do not go for a bad one that doesn't puff up when you bake. As you can see, the undersides are well browned. The Danish kept like a round shape. It's really beautiful. It puffed up nicely, and as I was telling you, you can see how soft and flaky it is. Man, when you bite this, you will fall in love. So I'm just going to cut one here and show you the layering on the inside. That's why I really praise this pastry dough. And again, my son can't wait to taste this, so I'm just gonna show you quickly and then we will dig in. Guys, that is the end of the recipe. I hope you love it and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.